Hello, everybody. We are here, San Diego Comic-Con Day 2. Holy crap, this place is amazing. I'm here with Kody, the Fry, the star of the Fan-O-Rama Futurama live-action TV web series.
Yeah, well, it's Fan-O-Rama. It's a Futurama fan film that we put together. We released the trailer on Monday, and we are just out kind of promoting it here at Comic-Con because who better to promote it to than the people that would love it?
And it's awesome. I saw the trailer the day it came out and watched it about 6 times just because it was just, holy crap, they got it.
Well, I appreciate that. No, it was a lot of work to be able to bring Bender and Zoidberg and Alila to life, to have all of these characters come to life and for the world to see it. So we've been spending several years on this project, getting it to where it's at, and it's great that now the world can finally get a little peek into what we want to release here in the next little bit.
Where did the concept come from? Why a Futurama live action?
Well, we wanted to do, well, first of all, myself, Dan Lanigan, Andy Klimczak, Martin Munet, we're all really big fans of the project, or not just the project, but of the series. And we wanted to do something that was going to make a splash, and nothing says that than like bringing a cartoon to real life, and bringing a cartoon to as real life as you can possibly get it. And I think for us, that was the intriguing piece, no matter how difficult or daunting the task may have sounded.
Going off of that, we spoke quickly yesterday about Zoidberg's servos, animatronics inside the helmet, or mask, or how long did that take to develop?
Well, you know, we worked with the company. We worked with Bill Sturgeon over at Spectral Motion, and they've done a lot of animatronics. And they did our Zoidberg head. And for them, we originally started sculpting Zoidberg in January of this year. And the sculpt was completed about the end of February, and then we got it over to Spectral, and they worked on it for a couple months. But there's about 14 servos in the mask that Andy Klimczak would wear, and he put it on, and he couldn't hear anything, he couldn't see anything, and you know, he did an amazing job as Zoidberg, especially from a body motion standpoint, and his voice is great for it. And you know, I got to tip my hat to the guys at Spectral. I got to tip my hat to Andy for these guys being able to push through it. I mean, Spectral did our Leela brow, because Leela's eye is that way, and they also did Bender's mouth, his eyes, his head turning back and forth. So, you know, that's kind of how all those guys came to life.
So it's really involved. It's not just a bunch of friends just getting together. Let's make a film. No. It may have started as that, but it's evolved into so much more.
It evolved into so much more because we had so many great ideas, and we had some great help from a lot of really talented, smart, understanding people that helped us bring what we've done to life.
Have you had any chance to talk with anybody from Fox or Matt Groening?
No, not at this point. I mean, for us, we're doing it from a standpoint of love, and that we love the characters and we want the world to see them. So we're pushing it out there, just hoping for the best. And I mean, we're not really gaining any monetary value off this. It's all about the love for the characters in the show for us.
So, did you look at any other characters besides Fry, or were you kind of like, hey, you kind of sound like Fry?
Well, originally when we got the idea, Dan and I and Andy, we were in San Francisco, and Dan had looked at me, he's like, you know what we should do is we should make a Futurama fan film. And I was like, yeah, sure. And then I did some kind of like professor voice, like good news or something like that. And Andy did Zoidberg, and it seemed to work. And aside from being Fry, I play Farnsworth as well. So, you know, I wore a big heavy makeup and made this old man come to life.
Well, that I didn't know that part, because that makes continuity.
Yes.
Right there.
Family.
Yeah, totally.
And originally when we did the sculpt on Farnsworth, Jordu Shell did the original basic sculpt, and then we had Danny Wagner come in and he did all the details, but they did it on top of my head. So what's strange is when I put that on, I look like my grandfather, like a weird, creepy, like dangerous version of my grandfather. So yeah, it was pretty great.
How long have you been acting for?
I originally started, I did some acting in Idaho, where I'm originally from. I did several plays in Chicago, and I was doing improv in Chicago. I got the opportunity to move out to Los Angeles, where I've been working with Dan pretty much full time, and kind of working to create kind of a calling card.
What advice would you have for people that do want to make a fan film or an animation? Like, what would you suggest to them that they do?
I mean, I think more than anything, it's doing it. You know, and I know it's easy for me to sit here and say that after we did this, but I'm not even saying, like, even if it's a fan film or whatever it is you want to do, like if you're passionate about something, the best thing you can do is do it every day in one way or another and just kind of continue to push yourself to that next level. And I think that's as simple as that may sound, surprisingly, if you're in that state of mind, sooner or later, you know, you can kind of create some crazy stuff.
Right, I mean, hard work pays off, right?
It does. It does.
And there might be blood and tears shed, but at the end of the day, this trailer comes out, and the entire world knows about it.
Yeah, I mean, that's like, you know, to get the feedback, the positive feedback we've had. I mean, it's so incredible. It's really awesome that we've got so many people like just appreciating what we've done. Even those people that don't appreciate it, we appreciate that, because it's like, you know, for us as like filmmakers or somebody that's trying to make something, it's like nobody's going to like everything you do. And it's really awesome to have any kind of feedback. So, you know, we appreciate anything that comes our way.
What's the timeline for the first episode to come out?
Well, for us to get out what we've done, the short film, we hope to get it out in the next couple months. But that all is coming down to our post-process. We did as much as we could practically, meaning we tried not to do a lot of visual effects. However, we have had to put some visual effects in there to help kind of enhance it and make it really pop. So we're kind of in that process right now.
Any other future projects, or maybe another fandom?
Well, I think this may be our one and only fandom. It's more, if we have the opportunity to make it more of this, we'd love to. Just because, again, we love the property so much. When it comes to other projects, you know, with Dan, Cinema Relics Productions, you know, where stop motion animation kind of stuff is what Dan's forte is, and that's what he really loves. For myself, I'm out to do whatever I can at this point, you know.
That's kind of the actor's life.
Yeah, that is. I mean, although I help produce and be a part from start to finish, I didn't have a film background. But I'll tell you what, going through this process from development, creation to basically us getting it out and marketing, it's film school to a T. I'll tell you that.
Where can people find this trailer if they've been living under a rock for the last week and they haven't seen it?
You know what? Come and check us out. You can go to www.Fan-O-Rama.com, and it's fan-o-rama. You can also find us on social media. We're at cinema_relics on Twitter and Cinema Relics on Instagram and Facebook.
Awesome. And where can people find you, Kody?
You can find me. You can find me on Instagram at the Matterhorn handle. That's my username. And then Kody_Frederick on Twitter.
And you are on a podcast, are you not?
Yeah, I'm on a podcast. Check us out, the Dan and Kody podcast. We put out one each week. It's kind of crazy. We talk about everything. There's no real limit to our craziness.
I have one question, though.
Yes, shoot.
Will there be crying at all in this fan film? Because I know that Futurama is very big on the emotional pull.
Yes.
So will there be a few tears shed by the end of the episode?
You know what? It's funny you say that. We originally wrote this to be a 6-part series, and we ended up creating the first episode. And the first episode is a lot of exposition. So unfortunately, you may be left with a cliffhanger at the end of it, and you may not ever get a resolution. However, it's a whole hell of a lot of fun up to that point.
That's awesome. We've had fun checking out the trailer and talking with you, getting to know you over the last couple of days.
Awesome.
We're definitely going to have to do some podcasting, I think, in the future.
God. Hands down.
But I hope you have luck for the rest of the weekend as my tongue gets all twisted.
Well, man, thank you.
And we hope to, what? Oh.
Sorry, I had the one question. So
that's all right. That's all right.
And I just overall hope the project is successful and it leads to more and more for you.
Awesome. I appreciate it. I hope this gets out and it helps you guys too. That's awesome. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you for the time, Kody.
Thank you.
Take care.
Awesome.